Hype City, what it is, man. Y'all already know what's up, man. Welcome to the Glizzy. Welcome to home base, man. I'd like to welcome HypeCity.com. Shout out to my man Gliss. Y'all already know what it is. This your boy Porta Rich, man. We tapping in live, directly, straight out the hood. Shout out to the whole Camden. Shout out to the whole CMD. We out here. Yeah, man. We still on the acting scene, man. We still cracking these films in the head, man. And we got a new joint, July 13th. I believe we up to two theater rooms already sold out. July 13th, man. SOS, Sons of Sin, special piece. You know, shout out to everybody involved, man. I don't really want to get into too many names right now, but shout out to everybody involved, man. And we just need everybody to really like come out. If you can make it out to the premiere and tap into the premiere, do that. If not, hopefully it's another premiere. Again, we sold out 2 theaters, so it's a possibility that we'll see maybe another theater on a different date for this SOS piece. But if not, you definitely gonna see it on like Amazon Prime, you know what I mean? Hopefully shit, Netflix, who knows, you know what I mean? You definitely gonna see it on Tubi, you know, so yeah, man, just keep your eye out for it, man. That's all. It's the newest latest installment for me, for Porta Rich, a piece that I'm involved in. You know what I mean? And, shout out to all the other directors, all the other studios that I've worked with. You know, we got Money Lovers out there right now. A lot of people tapped into that. That dropped, I believe, last year before. We got Chase Street out there. Shout out to everybody involved in Chase Street. And we got The Recession out there. If you haven't seen The Recession, go tap into The Recession, man. And just shout out to all the directors, man. All the directors, everybody involved in all these films, man. But the latest piece is definitely SOS, Sons of Sin. It's a Camden City story. And we just need people to tap in, man. We just need people to get familiar, that's all.
Definitely. What got you into acting?
For real, acting came like from my music. How I got into it now, it did stem from the music. I had like an author, shout out to Alice Thompson. She's an author from Philadelphia. She wrote a few books, and she was actually like in the process of turning her books into like stage plays. So she was renting theaters out. She was casting, you know, getting people to like, you know, fulfill these roles that stemmed from her books. And we actually had like a mutual friend. We had a mutual friend who she meant like my homie was showing her the videos, you know, rest in peace, God bless my homie soul, man, my homie Airport. Right. He was showing the videos to them, and I believe, if the way it went down, if I ain't mistaken, Alice asked, you know, my man if I'd be interested in like some stage work, like some theater work, you know, and some film work, you know. And I guess she's seen it from my videos. A lot of people know, like, my videos, I got over like 40-some independent videos out there, man. And since the beginning, we've always tried to keep good concepts. We've always tried to give them like little plots, little movie feels in the video. So I think she kind of like seen that in the visual. And from there, man, I did a small role in a stage play that just led to like a bigger role, you know, and the bigger role led to like paying roles. Right. So next thing you know, I was getting paid for the stage plays, doing the theater work. You know, we did just some amazing stuff, man. Some amazing stuff. I ended up doing some more stuff with the Camden Rep Theater. That's a different company, and I ended up doing some stage work with them as well, man. It went amazing. You know, a different experience, because of course, if you're familiar with stage work versus like film work, you know, it's different. On the stage, it ain't no cut. You know what I mean?
Straight up.
Yeah, it's straight up. Right. Yeah, you forget a line or something on that stage, man, you better have your improvising right all the way on 1,000. You know, and not only that, but I did in the last play that I did with the Camden Rep Theater, it was actually a musical. Okay. So we had like a band in the pit. It's you know, it's certain like instrumentals behind certain scenes, you know what I mean? And we actually like rapping, you know, some singing in it. Okay. Kind of like almost like if people familiar with stage plays and like Broadway and all that, if you ever seen the Hamiltons and things of that nature, it was you know, along those lines.
So what do you like better, the rapping or the stage plays? Like, what can you see yourself going forward and doing more of?
I mean, listen, man, like, I love it all, man. I love the hustle. I love the hustle, for real. I'm a natural born hustler. Right. I love hustling. I got some God-given gifts, some God-given talents, you know, that I stumbled across, you know what I mean, like the acting stuff. I used to do the acting stuff in school. Okay. So I knew I was familiar with like just.
So you was in drama? You was in like the drama?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. I was like one of the go-to kids, man. Back in my younger days when they was doing all the Hamlet plays and all that, all the Shakespeare Jones in school, Romeo, Juliet, Hamlet, all that. I was one of the go-to kids that they would reach out to and say, Rich, come on, we need you to get back incorporated in this and involved in this. And I would do them. And even then I liked them. I was into it, and then streets kicked in. I got kind of like just went down a rabbit hole in my life where like just, took me away from a lot of like the arts. It took me away from like my music because I used to be rhyming back in the day too. And, just getting in trouble and stuff in the streets, in these very same streets, pulled me away from a lot of that stuff, man. The acting, the rapping, everything. So it wasn't until later on, a couple years ago, that I started reuniting with some of this stuff, man.
Okay. Now, you got some projects on the way, right?
Yeah, we working on stuff, man. We got right now we got a Paradise 3 series going, and we got a we got a Paradise series, and we got a Born Rich series. I got 2 installments out on the Paradise series.
Right.
I got 2 installments out on the Paradise series. I got 2 installments out on the Born Rich series. So we just dropped Born Rich 2, and right now we in the process of working on Paradise 3. We got a Paradise 3 brewing, and I got some singles out with Vinny Idol. I got 3 singles out with Vinny Idol and my DJ, shout out to DJ Caesar. We got 3 singles out with Vinny Idol right now, No Lawn for the Snakes, Angels Watching Over Me, and Money on My Mind. All produced by Vinny Idol, and if everybody know, we got the records with Havoc. Havoc was on the project. Havoc was on the Born Rich 2 project. We got some production from Havoc. We even got a verse from Havoc. So for those that's familiar, man, you just gotta really just tap in. But yeah, we got a Paradise 3 in the works, and I'm on the phone with Vinny. We talking. We definitely not done yet. And just other producers that C's might know, that C's might have relationships with. Shout to Track Kiter. Everybody know Track Kiter's a special piece, to like the whole Born Rich series and just my music, period. I got a beautiful relationship with them. So shout to Track Kiter because they heavy and they I don't even like to say they up and coming in the game no more. They doing a lot of like, they doing some of Del P stuff. Right, shout to Del P. He moving out of the Philadelphia area, you know what I'm saying? And they do a lot of production for Del P. And then, I'm honored to say that they do a lot of production for Porta Rich too.
Now, you said your DJ Caesar.
Yeah.
You guys been rocking for a very long time. How'd you guys link up?
Me and C's met for real. C's was supporting my music. And he was supporting all the way from like when C's was on college radio, man. And shout to everybody, that worked the Princeton stations, man. We just lost somebody. Shout to SG, Slot Time Radio, God bless his soul. He was one of them same people that came from like where C's came from, along with Phil Jackson, Side B Radio, you know what I'm saying? So C's was supporting me since then, you know what I mean? And then when C's finally kind of like got to radio, when he got over Philly and kind of like got to like the FM, we was just starting to kick it. We was just starting to kick it and really get to know one another. He had already told me he was supporting my music, and just a good guy, man, just a super good person. Me and C's got a lot in common. His work ethic is crazy. Like, he's a workhorse. He don't make no excuses. He go get it. As far as a DJ, everybody knows C's done up New York, back to Philly, everywhere else he could put his feet on the land at, you know what I'm saying? So he stay working, he stay grinding. And once we met, it was just like, like a good thing, man. We clicked right away. We started putting records out together, you know what I mean? And it's been nonstop, man. We still got records, we dropping them. We still got more records. We got a nice catalog of me and C's records, just me and his records. And we're gonna continue to put out the music, man. That's my brother, man. We try and win.
Right. The crazy thing is, I always say when people say, they might have never heard of you, I'd be like, all you got to do, maybe some months ago, is turn on Shade 45 on Tuesday at 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
And because I was always tapped in, because the first time I heard, I was like, hold up. I'm like, hold up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was hearing all the Havoc joint, a lot of fire. So salute to you getting, national airplay out here from the Shade 45s and things like that.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate everybody. Yo, my guys, what's up, little bro? I appreciate everybody up Shade 45, other opportunities that came from Shade 45. Shout to the infamous Amadeus, Everybody up there, man. Everybody up there. Everybody that my man sees. Everybody that my man sees got relationships with. I have love for those folks because I know that a lot of things that sees try to get done for me, and when he pushing for me, he's going through like his relationships. Right. He's going through some of his folks, you know. So all his friends is my friends, man. His family is my family. That's how we carry it. And shout my other DJs, man. Shout Super. You know, shout DJ Reds. Just the DJ and the relationship with the DJs, man, is just super important. You know, it's like an original like element to the game. It's an original element to the game since the game started, since hip hop began as a baby. The DJ and the MC. July 13th, it's gonna come out in Cherry Hill. They still got a few tickets left, little bro. July 13th on a Saturday. So.
But you can pay when you get up there. You gotta get the tickets.
I think you might have to get the tickets. I'm almost, if I ain't mistaken, check in with me because I might have some more by this weekend.
Or if not, it's gonna come on Tubi or something.
It's definitely gonna come on Tubi and all that if you don't catch it. It's definitely. All right, Mom Bendición. My beautiful mom right there, man. That's where I get it from, man. You know what I mean? Mom Dukes. She headed to her crib, headed home. You know, she came by, blessed us with a meal. But yeah, man, back to the DJs, man. Listen, DJs is an important part of this piece. I get it that we got a lot more avenues now. We got a lot more outlets with the internet and different ways where artists could like get directly, you know, to their fans and people that want to support them. And I support all of that. I support all of that. I think it's all magnificent. But again, I always respect the DJs. I always have respect. Even the DJs who I don't have like relationships with, your Cosmic Cavs, you know what I mean? I know Kev, shout to Kev. I respect them. Right. I respect them, you know what I mean? They an important part of the motherfucking game. And I'll leave that at that, man. Artists, get with some DJs, man. Make some relationships with some DJs, because the DJs play an important part in the joint. Five, you good, little bro? You was going up the road, you good? What's up, baby, all right? You all ready?
So, what advice would you give to a younger artist out here right now that came up to you? And you probably get it all the time, you know, because, you know, you've been around this game for a very long time. What would you give to these new artists that come out and they say, yeah, I don't need the DJ, I don't need this? Like, what would you say to them?
I would say never cut your legs short, man. Never cut your legs short by saying you don't need anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, if anybody, listen, if it's people out here that want to support you, you need the support. If you independent and you an independent artist and you know and you really understand the game, how it is, what it takes to win in the game. You going against record labels. You going against labels that got machines built for their artists to push their artists. So as an independent artist who doesn't have that, if you don't have a label that got like the crazy wild budget to put behind you, then I don't see why an artist like that would be saying that they don't need anything. Me personally, I always felt like, look, I ain't gonna say I need everything and anything I could get, because I believe in, like, you know, some opportunities and some stuff may not come from like a good place, you know what I mean, and from like a healthy person. So you gotta kind of like watch what you do accept, you know what I mean, to a certain extent. But long as it's coming from a good place and people just want to help you and people just want to see you win, I think people should be taking everything they can get, you know what I mean, that's healthy for you. And the DJs, bro, is just a part of this, man. DJ's been a part of hip hop for so long. It's only right that the DJs eat right now. It's only right that the DJs have an avenue. That's why I try to like create records with my DJs, and we put records out together like they artists, because they play an intricate part in this. And for a long time, guess what? A lot of DJs probably put on artists. They probably play artists' music. Artists probably got, you know, on fire and never looked back. You know what I mean? In some cases, I'm not saying all cases, but in some cases, they probably never looked back for that DJ, you know what I mean, who first started spinning them and doing whatever they do, you know what I'm saying? So I just say at the least, man, respect the DJ. Respect the DJ. To me, it's vital to have those relationships. We've been on the radio 8 years. We've been on the radio 8 years, and that's through C's, that's through Super, Reds, we talking overseas radio, you know what I'm saying? Again, I cherish those The radio spins. I don't care if they college stations. I don't care if they internet stations. Side B Radio, DJ Soulbuck, DJ Khalid. Any DJ out there that supported Porta Rich, that constantly supports Porta Rich, that want to see me win, man, I got a high level of respect for them. And the other DJs, and the DJs I don't have relationships with, you know what I mean? I got respect for them. I don't got no bad blood and no bad relationships with no DJs and none of that.
Right.
I don't have that.
Quick question. Why do you think South Jersey gets overlooked? Especially where we at today in Camden. You know, we got a lot of dope artists in this city. And it's like, man, you know, I watch them online. You know, I watch them go back and forth and say they get overlooked. Why do you think that?
It's a mixture. I think it's a mixture of things. You know, we could talk about just South Jersey being kind of like how North Jersey is, where North Jersey don't have no radio. Right. So we appreciate guys like yourself, you know, who do HypeCity.com. You run around, you put your own work in, you know, to try to like help Jersey artists and what we got going out here, you know, as well as all the other DJs I just mentioned and all that. But besides that, Jersey ain't never had no radio or nothing like of our own. So North Jersey got to kind of like tap in with New York. South Jersey got to kind of like tap in with Philly. You know what I mean? If you can, go ahead and try to get in those markets, network in those markets, make good relationships, shake hands, be a good person, you know, and see where that gets you. At the same time, I think us as the artists, I think we got a part to play in why our area ain't cranking. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of artists, I've had artists come at me and try to tell me like I'm not supportive or I ain't been supportive to them. And for real, it might be a newer artist that might been on the scene for like 5 years. I don't feel like I'm really like supposed to support you first. Right. I feel like if an artist like me been doing this 14 years or better, you see what we've built, you know, and you say, you know, artists will say like, nah, I respect what you got going on, OG, but why you ain't tapping into it? Why you ain't supporting it? Because at the end of the day, I'm out here hustling too. I gotta feed my kids too. I gotta feed my family too. I don't care, you know, don't mention no age to me. Don't mention no sucker shit like that to me, because at the end of the day, we hustling forever. You know, and whoever don't respect that, you know, your whole perspective is probably whack. Right. But my thing is, we got a part to play as artists. So I feel like artists don't play the game the right way. I feel like it could be like way more unity. It could be way more unity. It could be way more collaborations in South Jersey, and people don't do it. I've done it. If you go back on my early projects, you'll see the features. I called these people, say, yo, come on, come rock with this, because I felt like this was the way. I felt like we, you know, empower one another. Right. When we cross promote and you put me on your projects, your listeners get a whiff of who I am and what I do. I put you on my projects, vice versa. Shit, I introduced a lot of artists to the streets. A lot of artists that was on my projects, the streets didn't know these guys. And they from South Jersey. Yeah. The streets do not have a clue of who they be until I put them on projects, right. Until I put them on features. You know, and what's up, little bro? And in some of them cases, that love didn't get reciprocated. So it's like, how many times do I gotta keep doing it without the love being reciprocated? Right. How long do you think that's gonna go on? So that's where kind of like they kill the area. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because now it's less collaborations going on, because every man is on some every man for they self type shit. Me personally, again, if you go back into history, the proof is in the pudding for Porta. I don't just speak from the hip. I started getting artists involved, bringing artists on my project, especially the artists that had names, that was putting in work and had little waves going, because I knew that would help me. I would be able to help them, introduce them to my people that I was about to build, yada, yada, yada. And in some cases, it didn't get reciprocated. In some cases, it did. And I still have great relationships with those artists, the artists that knew how to play the game. But then you got, you know, I think it's a lot of like selfish mindset, you know what I'm saying? Where a lot of people just get frustrated and they be like, nah, man, I'm doing my own thing. I'm staying right here with it. And they won't tap into you for different reasons. And don't get me wrong, if my music ain't really like your cup of tea, then I respect that. Don't tap in. If you do something different from what I do and you feel like we don't mesh together when we come together, then don't tap in with it. But at the end of the day, other than that, If you hot and you got respect for what I'm doing and you see this shit moving over here and you want to tap into it, then let's collaborate. Let's collaborate, and we need to be doing it soon because the prices change. You know, it was for a long time. I ain't get nobody no prices. I was sliding guys my number. Here, call me, man. It's love. I want for my brothers what I want for myself. Yeah, let's just make it happen. Let's just make some heat. Send me some fire. Don't let it be no lukewarm shit. And we gonna cook. We gonna get it cranking and put it out there. But again, man, I can't just do it by myself. No artist could just do it by themselves where they create a crazy music scene in their area. All the other artists gotta understand it, they gotta be with it, and they gotta tap in. We gotta put the egos to the side.
Definitely. Now before we get out of here, man, you got the movie coming out. Let them know once again when it's dropping.
Yeah, man, July 13th, man, on a Saturday, man. AMC, Cherry Hill, 2 theaters, almost sold out. What's up, Ange? 2 theaters almost sold out already. You know what I'm saying? We probably gonna end up doing a 3rd, possibly a 4th. The way this joint looking. SOS, Sons of Sin. Shout to my guy Slick. Shout to T Black. Everybody involved, all the actors. Shout to my boy Meech. Everybody behind the scenes.
They got a soundtrack too, right?
Yeah, they got a soundtrack, man. We whipped up a soundtrack. Me and Apollo was, you know, putting our ears to that, reaching out to artists. Me and Apollo, especially Apollo, shout out to Apollo. He really like scored the joint. You know what I'm saying? I was just giving him a hand, reaching out to some artists, putting our ears to a few records. And yeah, the soundtrack sounded real spicy, man. Real spicy. We got a title, we even got a title track on the project. We got some heavy hitters. We brought out the heavy hitters. We got Shaquille, we got High Millions, you know what I mean? We got Apollo involved, we got Killer Rays in the building. It's yeah. And shout to everybody else, man. Shout to Funch. Shout to everybody in the city, man. Shout to Superstar K. I just talked to Superstar K the other day about doing some music and putting some stuff together. So that's what it's really about, man. Us coming together when we can, because coming together helps us all individually. When we ain't coming together, go ahead and get back in your individual bag and kick ass. Right. I'm rooting for you. Right. Kick ass, because that's how I look at it. I'm kicking ass. When nobody calling me to collaborate saying, Porter, we want you on this record or we want to do this with you, Porter gonna kick ass by itself. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I just say that to the artists. Stay busy, man. Stay busy and be a good person, man.
Definitely. Now, you know, it wouldn't be Hype City if I couldn't get any bars from you.
Right. You know we gotta bless y'all, man. Hype City. Hype.
Can I get some acapella bars?
Yeah. Why not, man? Hype City been grinding for a minute, man. I respect my man Gliss right here, what he doing. You know, and I wanna see you guys level up and just where everybody in the area, God willing, everybody in the area can rise kind of like at the same time when we start, you know, cranking these doors open.
Appreciate it.
But yeah, man, I told him, listen, this is what I had to do, man. I got on my grown man, I had no choice, I had to be. It was that or fuck around and be a casualty. Robbed at 12, was new to all this trapping life. A quick learner so that bullshit wouldn't happen twice. We took notes, niggas learned how to cook coke. That raw work that you could step onto your foot broke. Breaking down them things so we was getting more for it. Porta Rich, I lock the block and go to war for it. Ask around, go ask them now. It ain't a day you disrespected, I won't blast around. I'm a young ghetto don, metal arms like a transformer. My bitch hate it when we out, it's hard to dance on her. 45th in it, if you see me lifting it. Go get the coffin out, somebody gon' lay stiff in it. Aim magnificent, target I ain't missing it. Up close, nozzle to his mouth like he kissing it. You know what I'm saying? Something short, something sweet, man. Listen, something short, something sweet. They know we keep the shit coming, man. Paradise 3, soon. Look for some new records from me and DJ Caesar. And a bunch of other new music coming, man, along with the films, man.
Where can they follow you at?
Porta Rich, man. Porta Rich across all boards, man. No underscores, no none of that, man. God has been good to me. Capital P, ORTARICH, Instagram, Facebook, and you can go to portarich.com.
Go stream them records, they everywhere.
Yes sir, man. We appreciate it. Hype City, man. If you're not familiar with Hype City, man, I don't know what you're doing. Get from under that rock. Get from under that rock. Give my man Gliss a follow and tap in. Especially the artists, man. The artists, you got a job to do, man. It ain't your dream ain't just gonna fall on your lap. The work ain't just gonna get done for you magically some way. It's your job, man. You know what I mean? I get it. Being a rapper, being an artist is like probably like, you know, a lot of artists think like this is probably one of the coolest jobs in the world to say I'm a rapper. But listen, the work that's cut out for you to really make it and to really like, you know, give yourself just you know, get yourself a real household name that's respected out here, the work that's cut out for you is vicious, man. Vicious. This, you looking at 14 years of relentlessness. You looking at 14 years of consistency right here. Huh? It's the same thing, and rest in peace, God bless his soul, rest in peace to Nipsey. It's the same thing we watch guys like Nipsey do. Nipsey put in so much work in his area for so long before he got his breaks, man. So with that being said, man, listen, it's a marathon. Y'all know what it is, man. Porta Rich, Hype City.